Hey everyone, today I'm going to talk about how I put together this balloon garland that I bought off of Amazon. Made one for our Halloween party that we had this year. It was my first time attempting a DIY balloon garland. It is quite intimidating at first. I got mine off of Amazon, like I said. They have so many different choices, but this is the one that I chose. It has all these different colored balloons with a balloon strip, some spider webs, and some spiders. I'll link it down below along with some other ones that you can find. So here is what everything looks like. I unpacked everything. Different colored balloons. There's some kind of designs on some of them. And then this was a game changer. My girlfriend let me borrow her balloon buddy, which you definitely need. You just push down the balloon onto the top, and then these suction things help keep it in place. I'll show you here how I blow up these balloons. Now all of these balloons come the same size in this particular pack. You can blow them up really big, medium size, or small depending on how you want your garland to look. I went ahead and did a bunch of different sizes. I started off with really big sizes, and then I made medium ones, and then I made really small ones. This particular kit came with just plain colored balloons, and then you have some designs on some of them. I thought that there were going to be more designs than I had because of the listing, but I think it did say in the listing that it's going to vary. So you can have a lot of designs or a few designs, and that was not really important to me because once all the balloons were together, I didn't really keep in mind the designs for all of the balloons. Some of them that I placed, I went ahead and turned them around, but it was okay. I just liked all the different colors. So you can see all these different designs here. You can definitely place them on your balloon strip to make sure that the designs are showing, but in the end, it kind of just looked good the way it looked. I found that the black balloons were really tough to tie. For some reason, they just were really tight around the end part. The white ones and the oranges were really easy to tie, so you might not want to blow up the really darker colored balloons as much, so you can have a little bit more, I guess, balloon bottom part, you know, where you tie it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I went ahead and just blew up a ton of balloons. I felt like that was the easiest for me, is to just blow up a bunch of balloons instead of blow up one and then put on the balloon strip and then blow up another one and put on a balloon strip. So if that is how you want to work with your garland, then you do whatever works best for you. I did this all by myself. I've had other friends who made balloon garlands for their parties where they had extra help. If you had other people helping you, this would go a lot faster, but the whole process took me about an hour and a half to blow up every single balloon, put it on the balloon strip, make the smaller balloons, tape those on. But again, if you had help, then it will definitely shorten the process. I would say that it's best to do this whole process in one sitting instead of day after day, because your balloons can lose quite a bit of air over the next few days. So that's just how I felt. So now I'm going to show you, this is the balloon strip that came with the kit. I found that a lot of the kits on Amazon came with this balloon strip. It's basically a piece of plastic that has holes every couple of inches with a little bit of a slit, so you can slide the balloon in and then tuck it to the side so it doesn't pop out. Another tip I have for you is when you're inserting the balloons into the balloon strip, I did one on one side of the balloon strip, and then I turned the balloon strip around and put the balloon on the other side, and then I alternated. So that way you have balloons on both sides of the balloon strip, not just on one side. That would look really strange. Now, when you have bigger balloons like I did, I started off with, sometimes when you're pressing too much where the balloons are kind of pressing up against each other, the balloon will pop out even though it's secured, you know, inside the slit. So I had that happen a few times. Don't worry, don't get frustrated. If you don't want to put the balloon back, you're going to have plenty of balloons to kind of hide that space. And then you can always put smaller balloons tucked in where maybe a balloon popped out and you don't want to tuck another one in there. You can just tape a balloon between the other balloons without having to stick it through. So again, I'm going to show you really quick. Take the knot, slip it through, and then press it to the side so it doesn't slip out. Now, I went ahead and put a bunch of balloons on there just so you can see the progress. I went ahead and alternated all the colors. So I did black, then red, black, then orange, then white, and then again black, orange, and white. There are black and white balloons and also gray ones that I reserved for making super small and then tucking them into little nooks and crannies of the garland, and you'll see that later on. The balloon strip is quite long. In the listing it'll tell you how long exactly it is, I can't remember, but it is quite long, so you can make the garland as small or as long as you want, depending on whether you want it to go up to the side of a wall, if you want it to be like a half dome or a full dome. It's nice because you have, you know, either leftover that you can use for another party, or you can definitely use the whole thing if you wanted. So this day was a Friday and our Halloween party was on a Sunday. So I decided to make the balloon garland 2 days beforehand because I knew that Saturday I was going to be just kind of like running all over the place, getting last minute things, doing things the day before, so I wasn't frantic on Sunday. And it really helped because I got it out of the way, and it was the kind of the longest job that I had, and it stayed inflated. Everything looked perfect the like 2 days later, or like a day and a half later. So if you wanted to make them 2 days or the day before, that works really well, and they'll stay nice and inflated. So here are the smaller balloons that I made, and these I'm going to tape and just kind of nudge between the bigger balloons and add a little bit of like different colors throughout the garland. There are some kits that come with glue dots, but this kit didn't come with them, so I bought this double-sided tape by Scotch. Just picked it up at, I think, Walmart. Oh, maybe it was Target. Anyways, get double-sided tape. But I'm going to tell you right now, I started using the double-sided tape and it was so difficult for me to take off this other side of the tape that you remove once you adhere the one sticky side down. So I just ended up using clear packing tape, which is really strong, and you can't see it anyway, so I just tore off clear packing tape and then taped on the smaller balloons to the garland, which you'll see finished in a little bit. And if you end up getting the kit that has the glue dots included in the garland that you buy on Amazon, I think those work just like packing tape, where it's a lot stronger than this double-sided tape. So if you can buy the one that has the glue dots, then I would suggest that. I was quite proud of myself for finishing this task, which took me an hour and a half. It was the most intimidating project that I had to do for our Halloween party. So if you guys have any questions at all, leave them down below. It is honestly easier than I expected. And even though it seems intimidating and you kind of start, you have no idea where to start, you just start blowing up your balloons and then sticking it through the balloon strip. And then when you finally realize it, you have like half of the garland already done. So it really is easier than it looks. And again, that balloon buddy is going to be your lifesaver. It costs, I think my friend said it cost like $30. She bought it from Party City. So I was lucky because I got to borrow it from her, but I definitely will be buying one again if I do another garland for future parties. That is it for this video. My next video is going to be me showing you how I prepared for our Halloween party, decor ideas, game ideas for kids. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys all in my next one.